Hey everybody, my name is Dwight. I wanted to take a few minutes and film this and tell you about an incredible program that I did, just completed. And that program is called Confidence Through Dance. And that's conducted by Monica. I can't pronounce her last name, but I wanted everybody to know the program is amazing. Quick story about me and my history with dance. I did not have any. It was at the point in my life that I decided that I want to learn to dance, to be able to, go to parties and things like that, and just feel confident enough to go out and dance. I had not done any of that throughout my life, and at this point, I just decided that that was something that I wanted to do. And I was literally trying some other programs that they just weren't working for me. And I was scrolling on TikTok one day, and I happened to come across Monica, and I watched her dance, and I was like, that's the person that I want to be able to, to learn from. I was just totally impressed by, I'm gonna say, the simplicity of the movements, but how she actually made them look so interesting and groovy and that type thing. And that's what I wanted. Along with that basic foundation. So I actually reached out to her, I emailed her, she emailed me back. We set up a time to talk. She was extremely thorough in, digging into, what it was that I wanted to achieve with learning to dance. And then told me about the program, and I was already sold because just watching her, dancing was like, magical. One of the things that I absolutely loved about the program was, the foundational. Week one, you learn some things. You actually do a video that you send into her, and she evaluates it. I love that that portion of it because it made me accountable to actually to do it. Practice was a big thing. But in the beginning, she was just very upfront and very supportive, and told me that, hey, you're not gonna like what you see in the beginning, but you just stick with it. And as you go through, you will, start to get better. And I did that, week after week, I just found myself getting a little bit more confident, just sticking with it. And after the 8 weeks, felt extremely confident to be able to, whereas before, if I was at the gym listening to my music, I wouldn't dance at all, wouldn't be moving. But just those are little things that, I just felt confident to do. But over the weeks, again, just continuing to build and get that confidence and try the different things. One of the things I loved most was her really kind of honing in on, what's your style, what's your kind of groove, and identifying that and the steps and the moves that, you feel comfortable with to build from that. So I was just really impressed with it. Like I said, each week, submitting the videos, her taking the time to give you that feedback and just be very, very, upfront and picky about doing the things the right way. That was exactly what I needed. So again, the program was called Confidence Through Dance with Monica. I would highly recommend it, that if you were like me, never had that confidence to dance, never felt like, hey, just, you could go out and dance and feel comfortable doing it. Her program really, really works, and it was probably, I would say, in the last 10 years, one of the best investments that I made. So again, Confidence Through Dance with Monica. Check it out. Again, if you're like me, you'll love it. Thanks.